Oh no, we're breaking down. I've only done 11 mile. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and today I have bought yet another car. I have bought a Range Rover L322. Unfortunately, it's not this one because this one is too nice. This belongs to my friend Ross. We're about to jump into this and drive for about an hour and a half to pick up my one, and I believe it to be the cheapest L322 in the country. I'll get on to what I paid for it later on in the video if I haven't already put it in the title. So let's jump in Ross's Range Rover, which interestingly and surprisingly has actually done around 350,000 miles. Mine hasn't quite done that much, but I will catch them up. So let's jump in this Rangey and go and buy my new L322. So here it is then, my new to me 2008 Range Rover Vogue. Now before I tell you what I paid for this, I'll actually do that in the car. Yeah, first impressions, as you're probably looking at through the screen, is it looks quite a nice car, but there are of course some issues, and that reflects in the price that I paid. It's got the kind of usual Range Rover L322 kind of signs of wear and tear, such as rust on the rear tailgate and the rear arch. The interior has definitely seen better days. It is absolutely so far gone. I may end up trying to find some replacement seats, but I think once I've given this a really good detail, cleaned it up, it will look 10 times better. There's some more kind of faults I've noticed on this short drive to the petrol station and Lidl, but overall I'm quite optimistic. I'm very excited that I own a Range Rover, I suppose. I'm also terrified at the same time, but let's jump in the car. First top up the coolant because it's got a coolant leak, and just pray it gets me home, which will be in around hour and a half's time. This is really interesting. What I'm doing now is down here is a little on-off switch for the screen, because I think he thinks the screen was draining the battery, so he's wired it up to a manual switch. So before I drive off, I just want to turn it on. It's not working. To try and get some kind of radio. But I don't know if the switch is turned around. So I'm just switching it on and off to try it, but I'll have to give it a minute. I'll put my heated windscreen on, heated rear window, heated seat, heated steering wheel. Oh yeah. Can you hear that? It's a little chirp when I accelerate. Sounds like a pulley or a belt. No idea. Right then, here we are on board my new to me Range Rover Vogue. I'm going to start off really optimistic. I'm really excited by this. Now, this is a car that I've never really given a second look to be honest. It's only really after the last couple of months I've started appreciating the L322, and this all kind of started because my friend Ross behind me let me drive his car last week, and I was so impressed. Also, I drove Joel's car, my friend Joel. He's got an L322, 4.4 I think, I can't remember. But anyway, I drove both those cars and I just fell in love. I had to get one for myself, and then when this one came up, I was intrigued because it has its faults, but it's very, very cheap, and obviously a faulty car makes for good videos at the end of the day. So I've took the plunge and I've bought it. Now, what I love about this so much is just, one, the technology you get in one of these. I've got heated steering wheel, heated seats, automatic gearbox, heated front windscreen, sunroof, which does work, I did test that, and it's just fantastic. These cars can be picked up for an absolute bargain. Now, hopefully I don't eat my words when I'm at the side of the M6 in 20 minutes time. I am attempting a 1 hour drive back home which will be interesting. So, issues that I've found so far. One is that chirping noise when I accelerate. Don't know what it is. Sounds like a budgie. Maybe someone who does know can let me know in the comments, but that's annoying. The front end seems to be knocking like a Jehovah's Witness. That the seller tells me that is drop links and he's given me a new set. I'm a bit worried though, because I know these suffer from ball joints and bushes and lower arms, so it could be that. It's not too bad. It's only a slight knock. I can hear it just then, but it's not very intrusive, so you could probably live with it. More faults, that kind of radio. So when you first get in, because the previous owner seemed to think the radio was draining the battery, there's a little on switch down here, so you have to turn it off for 10 seconds or so, then turn it on, and then it will allow you to use this screen, which is fine. I've now figured out how to use it. I've got radio, it's got a TV, no idea if that works. Let's go down here. Just about to join the motorway, which is a bit sketchy. I didn't test drive this car either, so this is a first. I am kind of scared because notorious Range Rover problems, and I've bought one with those problems, but it's also a bit of fun at the same time. So, what did I pay for this car? This car was advertised on Facebook Marketplace, originally for £2,500. It was then reduced to £1,700. The guy on Facebook, when I put a post up saying I wanted to buy one of these, said, I've got this one, I need it gone this weekend, I want 1,700 quid for it. I paid £900 for this car, which is, at the minute, an insane bargain. There may be further reasons why it was that cheap, but I think he was desperate, needed the car gone. I don't know, I'm being a bit optimistic. It's going to be fine, isn't it? The coolant leak's just going to be a little pipe, it's going to cost me a tenner. It'll be fine, no dramas. Oh, I should also mention, in the £900 I paid for this car, I also paid him an extra £100 and got these, which I think are quite a nice set of Hawk alloy wheels. They're a bit curved, but I think they're a really nice design. They're 22 inch, and what I'm actually going to do is gift them to Ross as a kind of thank you for bringing me up today and, you know, helping me out. Not just today, but he's helped me out plenty of times before, so I think that's the least I can do. So this car effectively owes me £1,000. I'm buzzing because this is so far away from a kind of car that I would usually go and buy. It's my first Range Rover. The seating position, honestly, you command so much of the road in this, don't you? It's giving me vibes as if I'm a landlord about to go and increase the rent of a single mother of three. It is good, it's comfortable. The interior, like I said, outside Lidl is shot. I honestly don't know how a car with this miles, it's done 171,000 miles, which for one of these isn't really that high. Bearing in mind Ross's has done 350, and his seats look nowhere near as bad as this, so I'll probably find a set of new seats. It needs an insane detail. There's mould in here, spider's webs, it's filthy. And I think once it cleans up, it will look rather nice. Just noticed the steering wheel at 65 has a slight wobble. That'll probably be a balancing issue. And also it's not exactly straight, so probably needs tracking, but it could also do with new tyres, so that's a future issue. For now, I'm just going to cruise down the M6, well the M1 at the minute, and try and enjoy myself. Keep an eye on the temperature. I've topped up the coolant, so fingers crossed it's all good. I will catch up with you guys once we are back, if we get back, and hopefully not in the hard shoulder. Unfortunately, it didn't take long for my confidence to be shattered in the Range Rover, as it quickly went into limp mode, only 10 miles into the journey. Oh no. Oh no. Engine system fault. Oh no. My foot is flat. My foot is flat. My foot is flat. Oh my god, I'm slowing down on the motorway. Oh my god. Oh my god, we didn't get very far. Oh no! We're breaking down. I've only done 11 mile. Right, I'm going to go for the off and on technique. So put it into park, turn it off, turn it back on. I fixed it. I have fixed it. Oh, it's fine. I've left Ross, I'm so sorry. I fixed it, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Oh God. Oh, what have I done? I've only done 10 mile. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. 52 minutes to go. And I wonder how many times I'm gonna have to pull over to turn it off and on. Oh, another breakdown. Range Rover things. This is weird. I've never actually been in a hard shoulder before. I've never known what it's like. But now I have a Range Rover. It's going to be like a second home, isn't it? Right, so lovely bit of the hard shoulder. I'm just going to go for the off and on trick again. Seems fine. I think we're good. This is just going to be, just so much effort, isn't it? Sit rep. I've done 13 miles and I've broken down twice. Toddington services. It's what I'm going to be on my Todd when Ross gets sick of me breaking down. Drives off without me. It's nice that cruise control works though, to be fair. Just wish the engine worked. Right then, time to whack out the trusty Diagnostics. You always keep one of these in your Range Rover, don't you, Ross? Mm-hmm. You know, you never know when you're going to need it. Oh, it's reading. Oh no. Oh no. That's quite a few already, isn't it? Please stop. Okay. These are probably just because the battery's low, isn't it? No? Yeah, okay.
Could be.
Anything that stands out, really? Well, all I can see is a reflection of your head in the thing.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Intake manifold tuning, immobiliser, map sensor, turbocharged boost sensor.
Turbocharged boost sensor?
Yeah, it could be the turbo.
Oh dear. Well, we've got 47 minutes left to go. And yeah, it'll be alright, won't it? Thankfully, my resident mechanic managed to wipe all the faults, allowing us to continue our journey gracefully. I was even brave enough to experiment in the outside lane with, thankfully, no more breakdowns. This car definitely has its faults that I need to investigate further, but for now at least, I'm not letting them dampen my L322 experience. I absolutely love it. Right then, so it seems that plugging in the Diagnostic and resetting everything did thankfully get me back here to the unit. I've done a successful 40 miles in this without breaking down, which I think is good going, but it does seem that this car is quite f***ed on the surface, and I've not even dived in really, but I'm still optimistic. I think I can fix it, I hope. Hopefully it's not going to be too much of a money pit like these things tend to be. But if I'm going to be more positive, I own my first Range Rover and that feels absolutely fantastic. And I think they're such a good looking car. Personally, I prefer these without the window tint. I think they look a bit more kind of like farmerish and a bit more natural, true to who they are. But this is factory tint, so I'm probably just going to leave that alone. And let's be honest, the tint at this point is the least of my issues. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think down below. Let me know if you've got any fixes to any of the issues I have had in this video in the comments down below if you do know. And make sure you like and subscribe, because my next video will be hopefully diagnosing the faults with this car and making it into an absolute peach. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.